Hey, been a while, hasn't it? I decided to take a bit of time off towards the end of the year here. Just kind of get my mental right, spend some much needed time with family, and overall away from the constant grind of recording and editing and stuff like that, just to freshen up a bit. And it was much needed, as you guys could probably tell based off all the comments of telling me the bags under my eyes. I get it. I want to talk about 2024 and beyond, just in case the title scared you. 2024 is a year that I didn't expect to go the way it did. 2023, if you guys have been around that long, would know was the blow up year. Like the year things started taking off. Like I was like less than half of what I have now midway through 2023, and then it all just kind of exploded from there when I shifted my focus. And somehow 2024 ended up beating that out in numbers in terms of every way: watch time, the subscriber growth, viewers, especially when you could tell in terms of comments. Everything has just been so supportive. I want to thank God, my Father, and all of you guys at home watching and supporting the content, man. Thank you so much. It's genuinely been life-changing. Like before this, it would be something that you probably just tell somebody to give up on and stuff like that. You know, it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere. Probably should shift focus and stuff to get your life right. No, 2023 and especially 2024 made me realize that this is it. This is what I want to do. This is what I feel I need to do, you know, and literally nothing anyone could say could tell me otherwise. As again, I grew up in that era of people, you know, YouTube was still getting fresh and stuff like that. And so I grew up watching YouTube and stuff like that. So I saw a lot of these currently huge creators before they really blew up. They were the first like generation of YouTubers really blowing up and making careers of themselves with this job. You know, like seeing Dashi and Corey Kenshin and Berleezy and all these people make their own channels and stuff like that, wanting to be like them and stuff like that. It just affected me, who I am and stuff. And I feel like, of course, that obviously affected the kind of person I am, and especially in the terms of content I like to produce and basically consume as well. And I genuinely had no idea that I would end up shifting back into the content I originally made back then. Go figure. As a kid, I did this Let's Play thing, and obviously I was a kid, but doing it now, it just feels different when this is actually becoming a job. And I couldn't be more grateful. I do want to say that not only am I just really grateful for everything you guys have done for the channel and stuff this year, but I feel like because of that, I'm locked in now. Like the seat belts are on and there's no stopping it now. So 2025 is definitely a year I feel like I need to lock in and make sure that you guys' work in watching the videos all the way through and subscribing to the channel isn't, you know, gone to waste and stuff. You guys have shown the support, so now it's time to execute, I feel. You know, I do want to say that there's probably going to be a greater shift next year, mostly because I need to find my footing, if that makes sense. Genuinely, it just makes most sense because this content creation landscape has morphed and shifted so much that there's so many different things I need to make sure I'm doing in order for it to work out. But at the same time, I don't want to play this numbers game. I genuinely don't. The biggest thing I want to do is not only have this channel be a time capsule for all my adventures and stuff I eventually go on, but I also want this to be something that can help inspire other people to do what they want to do, you know, because that's how it was for me. I don't think a lot of these creators that I was watching when I was young really intended for their content to have that effect, but it did. And now that this is like a thing that you can have a job with, I want to encourage people, not just about YouTube. I want you guys to see me lock in, have you guys want to lock in, you know, because again, I know other people have said this, but genuinely, we only got one life, you know, like you can't waste it. And I know this is kind of heavy, but like you only live once. And I don't want to feel like I wasted years here not going in and diving into what I really want to do and how I want to do it. So I'm not going to play this numbers game. I want each video to be an experience, you know, like it adds some subtle storytelling to these videos that I put out. I want them to be complete, even singular experiences and stuff like that. So I feel like at my size, I'm currently at a crossroads of how my content will be executed from here on out, you know, and it's no secret that gaming is just kind of my thing on this channel. So it's all about how I want to execute that. The Let's Play thing seems to be going really good. And again, they serve as excellent time capsules for my future self. You know, I've already gone back and looked at my first time playing Skyrim. I've already looked back at my first time playing Mass Effect 1 and 2. I've already gone back and rewatched some of my favorite moments of getting into The Witcher 3, the time when I didn't know what was going to happen, you know? And I feel like that's so important because you only get to experience things for the first time once. And I know that sounds obvious, but I'm sure we've all felt it. So many days you wish you could experience this thing for the first time all over again. And that's extremely important to me as a person. So I want to do what I can to help the future me be able to do that in some way, you know? So I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. So there will be a bit of an experimentation era in the sense to where I want to try some things out. Even if it's more like having to experiment with stuff I've already done. One thing I've had an idea with was instead of just Let's Plays, it would be something along the lines of a singular experience. I would say like it would be a one Skyrim video, like it could be a long video, but it sort of acts as a retrospective, you know, scripted retrospective of my experience with Skyrim while still having a ton of moments from the Let's Play. That like, so you can see a lot of the best moments of the Let's Play, kind of like highlights or like a regular gameplay video, but it has me retrospectively adding in how I felt back then and how I feel now, and you know what this experience is like for a new person experiencing maybe this old game, you know, in a new time, or even if it's a new game. You know, I don't want to put a limit on myself on how and when I do things, you know. Just because the Skyrim Let's Play has been done for a while doesn't mean I can't go and dig it up and look at it retrospectively, you know. So I can finally look at this beloved game through the same eyes you guys did, you know. I can look at myself experiencing this for the first time while still being able to really just give it that look. It's like when you're working on a painting and you take a step back and, you know, for a few days and come back and look at it, you know, to see really what your mindset was like when you were really creatively executing something, you know. And that's what I really want to do in 2025. So you'll probably see some experimental type stuff like that. I do want to also get into more indie games and stuff like that. There's a ton that I've really wanted to do. I never finished Undertale and stuff like that. We started streaming it, didn't get that far, but I would really like to do that at some point next year. One Shot is another one that seemed really cool to me. I'm not too sure how you guys feel about horror games and stuff like that. I know there's a ton of creators who already do that kind of thing, but at the end of the day, I don't really care about what other people are doing. I want you guys to be able to focus on just my experience with something instead of the general consent collective of people doing that, you know. So I want to be able to offer a bunch of different kinds of experiences, but I do want to say, of course, the series themselves aren't going anywhere. We're going into Dragon Age next year. We're gonna do Mass Effect Andromeda. You know, we're gonna get to God of War 2 and 3 and get to the 2018 and then the newer stuff. That's all gonna happen. Fallout 4, it's going to happen. Fallout 3, I want that to happen. Red Dead 2, it's gonna happen, man. Patrons might already be experiencing it. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, Patreon might already be having that kind of stuff. But I don't want to take up too much of you guys' times. I know this video probably seemed messy, maybe even incoherent at times and stuff like that. It's just that when this job involves so much creative process and you're just kind of alone in your room, you know, brainstorming how you can be better, you know, whether it's, you know, adding more funny ha-has in the Let's Plays and stuff like that, more memes and stuff, more edits and stuff to keep, you know, the people's attention spans and and stuff, because I've grown to appreciate that. I know I've always talked about not being a big editor and stuff like that, but I found another YouTuber that I've been really enjoying lately where I realize, you know what? That is kind of helpful. You know, maybe it's just the brain stimulation of things changing and happening on screen is really important at keeping people engaged for longer periods of time. So shout out to y'all who been loving the unedited stuff really most of this time. I've just been appreciating jump cuts, but editing is one of the biggest things I want to get into next year. I want to become somebody who edits a lot more, because my commentary and personality can only go so far, man. You know, when the videos are long, you gotta offer something else. You need something else, you know. So, and I don't blame people for that. I'm the same way too. So I want to make my videos more engaging. So 2025 is a lock-in year. Do better, make it all better. That's just the plan. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and you haven't already, hit the like button for your boy and leave a comment for the algorithm. Let me know how you guys enjoyed the content this year. Let me know what your favorite series was, or even your favorite video from the series. That would really, really help me out and go in a long way of seeing what really brought you guys here and what you're interested in seeing for the future. So again, leave me some recommendations of playthroughs and stuff you want me to do, even if it's something indie or something like that, or you don't think I might normally, you know, engage with that kind of thing. Let me know. This is all about the year branching out and be consistent with it. So nothing's really off the table. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember everyone to play some games, have some fun, and enjoy your day today.